Well, good evening. I apologize for our technical difficulties, but we are in the midst of the Lancers Senior Night ceremony. I'm Adam LaFleur. Thank you for joining us for the final home game of Lancer hockey on this Wednesday night, February 26th, as the Lancers get set to take on the Bishop Girton Cardinals. But before we do that, it is time to honor the graduating seniors on this Lancer team. As you can see down at ice level right now, Frank Winters, number 5. Is joined by his parents, his mother Linda and dad Rich. Frank will be attending the Peter T. School of Business at the University of New Hampshire next year. Our next senior is Matt Moriarty, the number 7. He's joined by his mother Amy and his dad Joe. Matt has been accepted to a number of engineering schools and will soon make his final decision on where he will attend college and become an engineering major. So he's got some options there. Before Moriarty and Winters came out, it was Sam Nussbaum, Drew Uphold, Joe McGrath, and Mike Donlin, and we'll tell you about their information a little bit later on in tonight's broadcast. Right now it's Brett LaPlante, number 12, taking the ice for the Lancers with his parents, Tricia and Chris. Brett will be attending Plymouth State University next fall, the fall of 2014. This is his second year as a varsity member of the Lancers. Next up, senior Curtis Harper, the number 16. He's joined by his mother Andrea, dad Woody. Curtis has applied to a number of colleges, with Keene State being his first choice, where he hopes to continue to play hockey next year. So there's Curtis out there now with his proud parents. Our next senior is going to be Brett Evangelista. Evangelista, the Lancers' assistant captain. He's joined by his mother Sandy and his dad Rich. Brett has been on the varsity Lancer hockey team for all 4 of his high school years. He will attend UMass Amherst next fall and plans to play baseball and study sports management. Brett, in addition to his hockey career during his high school years, also a member of the Lancer baseball team. So that is the route he will take, and he heads off to college next year. Next up, Jason Parker, number 24. He is joined by his mom, Michelle, and dad, Jeff. He has been a varsity Lancer hockey player for 3 years. He will attend Lyndon State College in Vermont, majoring in electronic journalism, and broadcasting. That's kind of what we're doing right here for you tonight on this Wednesday. As we continue with the senior ceremony, time for the captain, Eric Coburn. He's going to be joined by his parents, mother Patty and dad Tom. Eric has been a varsity player all 4 years of his high school career. He will attend Merrimack College in Andover, Mass. starting next fall, playing on a lacrosse scholarship for the Merrimack Warriors. And he will major in either sports management or communications. So there's Eric Coburn. Next up, netminder Mitch Schurch, number 33. He'll be joined by his parents, his mother Jane, and his dad Alan. Mitch has been a 3-year varsity player here for the Lancer hockey team. He will study economics when he goes off to college next fall, and he has been accepted to a number of schools but has not made up his mind as to his final decision where he will go. And there you have it, the 2014 graduating seniors of the Londonderry Lancer hockey team. And we will get you the information on those that we missed at the beginning of the ceremonies. We were having some untimely technical difficulties. So first up, senior players, Sam Nussbaum on the JV team. He's number 18. He was joined by his mother Pam and his dad Ted. He plans to attend Southern New Hampshire University next fall and pursue a degree in criminal justice, and at some point he hopes to become a police officer. Then it's the number 19, Drew Upholt from the JV Lancer team. He was joined by his mother Rebecca. He plans to attend Manchester Community College to pursue a degree in welding technology and then continue on to construction management. Then it was the Lancer netminder number 1, Joe McGrath, who we just missed at the beginning of the ceremony. He was joined by his mother, Linda, and dad, Bert. Joe was a 4-year varsity Lancer player, and he has been accepted to a number of engineering schools in both New York and New England, one of which he will choose and pursue his degree in chemical engineering. So a very admirable career path there for him. Then it was number 3, senior Mike Donlin. He was joined by his mother, Kathy, and dad, Frank. Donlin has been a 3-year varsity player here on the Lancer hockey team. He will be attending Franklin Pierce College next fall, majoring in marketing and playing lacrosse. Then it was number 5, Frank Winters, who I believe we got a glimpse of right at the beginning of our broadcast as we came on the air. He was joined by his mother, Linda, dad, Rich. He's been a 2-year varsity player of the Lancers, and he will be attending the Peter T. Paul School of Business at the University of New Hampshire next year. So that's Frank Winters, and I believe the rest of the seniors we did capture as they walked out during the ceremony. So now we'll get down to business here tonight. Meet the starting lineup for the visiting Bishop Girton Cardinals. Starting up front, it will be number 14, junior Max McCabe. Also up front for Bishop Girton, Tim Trudell, junior, number 18. In addition, starting up front for the Cardinals, number 7, Evan Dolliker. Now we'll meet the defensive pairing for the visiting Cardinals. It's going to be number 4, Connor Donahue, a senior. He's the captain of the Cardinals. Donahue will start on defense. Also on defense for Bishop Girton, number 8, Nick Apostolakes. And in goal for the visiting Cardinals, it's Griffin Scanlon. He is also a senior. And now, for the final time on home ice, let's meet the starting lineup of your Londonderry Lancers. As we will do so in just a moment here. Quite a good crowd on hand here for senior night on this Wednesday. Lancers playing their final home game of the 2013-2014 season. Starting up front for the Lancers, Cooper Roy, the junior. Also up front, number 16, Curtis Harper, senior, as he just took part in our senior ceremony a moment ago. Also up front for the Lancers, senior captain, Eric Coburn. Now the defensive pairing for the Lancers will consist of Mark Leach, the sophomore, number 2, as well as senior assistant captain, number 18, Brett Evangelista. And finally, starting in goal tonight for your Lancers, number 33, senior, Mitch Church. And now the rest of the Lancers, as we have a very special treat tonight. We have a live national anthem singer here with us tonight. It's Kylie Keitane from Londonderry High School. She's involved in the school's music program, and she will be performing our national anthem here tonight. So let's go down to ice level. Okay, and Kylie Catan with tonight's national anthem. I hope you could hear that, as sometimes you can, sometimes you can't on our broadcast, but a beautiful voice there to get things started. Lancers and the Bishop Girton Cardinals here tonight on this Wednesday, February 26th, senior night here at Salem's Ice Center. We're glad you could join us for Lancer hockey. I'm Adam LaFleur, and as we head into the night tonight, take a look at the Division I standings. Lancers still in the hunt for that regular season Division I title. Londonderry coming in with a record of 13-3-0, 52 points for the Lancers. They are currently in the third spot in Division I behind second place St. Thomas. Saints with a record of 14-2-1, 58 points. And then in the number one spot in Division I, it's the Salem Blue Devils. Salem with a record of 13-1-1, 54 points. And you might be thinking, why is that less than the number two St. Thomas? Well, the Blue Devils have games in hand on both the Lancers and the St. Thomas Saints. Salem has only played 15 games, whereas the Lancers have played 16, and St. Thomas has played 17. So the Lancers are looking ahead to their Saturday night meeting with the Salem Blue Devils. That game that was postponed and rescheduled should be a very tight battle. We'll have that one for you right here at the Ice Center. Technically, it's an away game for the Lancers, but we will bring it to you nonetheless. As Lancers and the Bishop Girton Cardinals set to go here this evening from the Ice Center. Eric Coburn in to take the draw against Bishop Girton's John Krapian, I believe, or as it's sent down into the Lancers end right off the draw. Cardinals trying to get something set up here as we're underway tonight in this first period. Lancers clear it out to center, though, where Bishop Girton's Max McCabe turns and sends it back down into the near corner in the Lancers end. Brett Evangelista clears it around behind his own net. It's picked up by Eric Coburn on the far side. Long pass out looking for Cooper Roy, was ahead of him. Slides down to the near corner. Roy is there, sends a backhand pass to the front just over the stick of Curtis Harper, who couldn't get the shot away. That allows the Cardinals to clear it out and almost all the way down the ice. Cooper Roy there, some help from Mark Leach. Lancers regroup. Out comes Leach over the red line, dumps this one down into the trapezoid behind the Bishop Girton net. Along the end boards, Cam Holt looking for it for the Cardinals. He gets around, that was Harper, and came away with it. Bishop Girton having some trouble getting it out of their own zone. Lancers, Moriarty was in there. Now it comes to the near point. Colby Austin shoots it on. Pad save by Scanlon. The Cardinal netminder steers it to the near side where it's brought out by Mike Barrett. Out over the red line come the Cardinals. Not for long, however, as Lucas Poulin takes this one away. Feeds it up ahead for Mike Donlin. Then Poulin took down his man, Barrett, along the near side. And then we have an icing call against the Lancers. So the faceoff will come down in the Londonderry end off to the near side. Glad you could join us for Lancer hockey on this Wednesday night. Lancers are trying to bounce back after a disappointing 4-2 loss against Pinkerton on last Saturday, February the 22nd. That disappointing effort snapped what was a 12-game Londonderry win streak. So they'll try to get back in the win column here tonight and stay in the race for the regular season Division I title. As it's Moriarty down along the end boards in his own end with the Lancers. Some help from Mark Leach. Backhands it into the far circle where Bishop Girton's Justin Pearson got a stick on it. But the Lancers managed to take it away. Clear it out in the offensive direction. Down the near corner now, Mark Leach behind the net. Along the far side half wall, Moriarty a backhand to keep it in. It's taken over by Nick Apostolix for the Cardinals along the far side boards. He will move this one out with some help from Jason Lutzka. As this one goes all the way down into the Lancers end, it's icing against Bishop Girton. So the faceoff will come off to the near side, this time down on the Cardinals end. 12:55 remaining here. Period number one as we are just underway on this Wednesday night, and it's a very good school vacation week crowd on hand tonight for the Lancers' final home game here at the Ice Center as Coburn falls down off the draw, then sends a shot just up high over the top left corner. Came in behind where Evangelista got to the rebound, then steers it to the near side. We've got us a tripping call coming up, however, and it looks to be against the Cardinals. Yes, it will, as it's John Krapian going to the box for Bishop Girton. So the Lancers will get the first power play of this game here early in the first. Coburn in to take this offensive draw against Evan Dallaker. And the Lancers win it. Coburn couldn't get a shot away, though, as Dallaker was all over him. Now in the near corner, Dallaker unable to take it away with a back check. Coburn feeds it over to Colby Austin, top of the near circle. He couldn't quite get a shot away. Now it finds Coburn once again down along the end boards. He works it through the trapezoid and behind that Cardinals net. Down there, Harper trying to help him out. Instead, Coburn keeps it himself. Up to the near point, Austin. Over to the far side, Lucas Poulin. Far point, feeds one in the slot. Tipped out of harm's way by the Cardinals captain, Connor Donahue. And then a shot from close range by Austin is gobbled up by Scanlon for the save. 1:32 remaining in this Lancer power play as Bishop Girton's John Crappian sits for tripping. Another offensive zone draw here for the Lancers. Coburn wins it to Harper out to the near point. Leach down into the near corner, slides into the trapezoid. Coburn there along the end board, trying to work it in front, gets it to Evangelista, top of the far circle. Now into the high slot, feeds it to Leach, near boards. Along the near side half wall, sends one cross ice. Coburn, edge of the far circle, he turns, works it around the far side half wall. Now along the face-off dot over there, a trio of Cardinals on him, though. They take it away, not for long. Coburn gets it back, manages to hold it in. He feeds it to Harper down low for a backhand wide of the far post. Into the near corner now. And up the near side half wall, Cooper Roy, and they're looking for it. He's bodied down to the ice by his man. That was Trudel of the Cardinals. Shot there from Evangelista. Missed the net. Ricochets off the end boards where Coburn picks it up. Out in front, Harper trying to backhand one on. Scanlon got a piece of that with the pad. And then some help from his defenseman to steer it aside. Now Harper turns and sends one right through the crease. Oh, I believe that one got a piece of the near post and then slid out of harm's way. Dangerous there for the Cardinals. Here's a shot by Mark Leach from the near point. That one just missed the near post. Now Coburn circles in the far corner, feeds it to Harper right in front, tries a backhand, but instead Bishop Girton's Keith Murphy getting in the way of that one. The Cardinals managed to clear the zone. Look out, here they come, shooting it wide on a potential shorthanded bid, Joseph Lavalle. There for Bishop Girton, then the Lancers regroup. It's Matt Moriarty bringing it up the far side, down into the offensive zone. 5 seconds left in this Lancer power play. Cross ice finds Jason Parker, edge of the near circle. Now down low, Mark Leach along the end boards. He feeds one out in front, shot from close range by Moriarty. Hit a skate of Donahue, then cleared out of harm's way by the Bishop Girton senior captain. And now it's sent up the near side and out of the zone, all the way down for an icing call against Bishop Girton. The Cardinal penalty has expired, so we're back 5 aside with 10:28 remaining here in this opening period. Lancers 0 and the Bishop Girton Cardinals 0 in the early stage of this one. Near side draw, Moriarty on it against Jordan Cato of the Cardinals. Cardinals come away with it, get it out to center, working it up ahead is Bishop Girton, feeding it into the slot now for a close range shot from Jason Lutzka. That one is into the pads of Schurch, who makes the stop without much difficulty and hangs on for the whistle. So the face-off will come off to the far side here. It's going to be Moriarty on it. No, they kick him out of there. Make that Lucas Poulin on the draw. He's unable to win it, however. Cardinals come away with it. Send a long shot wide. Shot came from the far point, found its way into the near corner. Then the Lancers clear this one out on goal. Scanlon down with the glove. He'll hold on for the whistle on that rush, not taking any chances there. So we'll have a face-off down in that Cardinals end. Off to the near side now. 10:08 remaining in period number 1. Coburn and that was Crappian on the draw for the Cardinals. Cardinals get it out to center now. Working it down the near side. Dallaker. Backhand in front is cleared out of harm's way by Coburn. He'll bring it out to center, down to the offensive zone for the Lancers. Feeds it into the slot for Harper, shooting one right on. He missed his mark and hit the end boards. It's now look out down in the near circle, and slow to get up is Cooper Roy of the Lancers. Looks like he was possibly laboring his right leg, but now he gets up on his own power, and he will make his way to the bench without much assistance. So that's good to see. As also we should note that Curtis Harper is back tonight without any issues after he took the that very dirty hit by Pinkerton in the end of Saturday's game and had to be helped off the ice by a couple of his teammates. But Harper is back tonight and appears to be healthy and well. And we've got a Bishop Girton penalty resulting from that Cooper Roy being shaken up on the play there. It is Max McCabe going to the box for Bishop Girton. It's a tripping call, I do believe, as Roy was taken down. So with 9-4, oh, make that a 5-minute major. Oh, what a dandy. 5-minute Lancer power play coming up here. It's a 5-minute major. We're going to wait for the announcements so they... Did you hear what they said? Okay. Well, it's a 5-minute major against the Cardinals, number 14, Max McCabe. So the Lancers go to a very lengthy power play here as Scanlon made that save. They'll rule that he had it tied up, so he gets the whistle as the Lancers put on the pressure right away. So it's a 5-minute tripping major against Max McCabe of the Cardinals. 4:50 left in that major penalty. So the Lancers going to enjoy some power play time here, a lengthy one at the mid stages of this first period as a shot is turned on from Coburn, turned aside with the glove of Scanlon, and it came right back into the slot. No one able to get a shot away for the Lancers. And then it's cleared out to the red line by Jason Lutzka of the Cardinals. Mark Leach picks it up, sends it right back in. Ricochets it off the end boards for the Lancers. Nick Donnelly picks it up in the far corner, sends one into the slot for the shot from Coburn. Pad save Scanlon. And then spilled at the near post is Bishop Girton's Evan Dolliker. Some of the Cardinals fans here were not happy about that one. There's no penalty call forthcoming, however. With 9:10 remaining in this first period, 4:21 left in the Lancer power play as Max McCabe sits in the penalty box for Bishop Girton on a 5-minute major. Shot turned on there by Jason Parker. Turned aside with a pad of Scanlon back along the end boards. Cardinals unable to clear. Nice little backhand there by Moriarty. Finds Parker. Now Lancers send it cross ice. Colby Austin unable to settle that one down. That allows Connor Donahue to clear this one out all the way down the ice. The Bishop Girton senior captain. Now both Mike Donlin along the end boards as well as Bishop Girton's Tim Trudel went down. Well, things getting a little bit chippy here in the early stages of this game as Donlin has it in the near corner. Lancers back on the attack here. Up in the high slot, Colby Austin sends a shot up high. Ricochets off the boards, comes down far side for Poulin. Along that far side half wall, he waits, holds on. Poulin now up along the far point. He's got Parker wide open. Instead gives it right in front to Colby Austin, and then camped out right there is Mike Donlin. Couldn't put it on goal, however, as he shot it wide of the far post. Now along the far boards, Colby Austin took down his man. That was Bishop Girton's Tim Trudel. Bishop Girton crowd wanted a penalty call, and it looks like they're going to get one this time. Yes, they will, as Colby Austin is going to the penalty box for an elbowing call here. So Austin for elbowing. That's going to make it a 4-on-4 situation for the next 2 minutes, after which the Lancers will still have 1:17 of power play time left in the Max McCabe major. That, of course, barring any further penalties. So we skate far side on this big Olympic rink. A lot of open ice out there for the next 2 minutes as here's Coburn up ice for the Lancers. Rung it off the crossbar. Oh, best chance of the game for Londonderry as the Lancer captain ricochets it off the iron there over the shoulder of Scanlon. And I'm not sure why they blew that play dead after the chance from Coburn. They'll bring the faceoff out to neutral ice. Perhaps the Coburn chance ricocheted up and out of play. That's the most likely reason for that whistle. Cardinals have it at neutral ice now. Joseph Lavallee sends it to the far side where Mark Leach will regroup down in his own end. He brings it behind the net there, sends it to the near side for Coburn. Back behind the net, over to Leach. Leach up ahead for Harper. Harper sends it down the far side. Coburn, Johnny on the spot. He's in the down the near side very quickly to pick up that pass, but the Cardinals take it away. Keith Murphy up with it on the far side, unable to get it out, however. Mark Leach all over him over there for the Lancers. Some help now from Coburn. That duo gets it free. It's it over to Harper now. In the near corner, he sends, or far corner rather, he sends one behind the net. Evangelista from the near point shoots one missed everything and ricocheted off the end boards. Now Coburn along the far side half wall out to the line. Leach sends one on. That hit a skate of Apostolix in front, I believe. Now far point. Leach holds it in. Leach shoots one now, and he scores! Oh, Mark Leach with the beauty there, right through Scanlon, and the Lancers take the 1-0 lead. Make it Leach from Harper here as the Lancers capitalize in 4-on-4 time. Taking advantage of that open ice, Mark Leach threads the needle for Londonderry, and the Lancers take the 1-0 lead. It'll be Leach from Harper as Harper fed it to Leach from the far corner out of traffic, and Leach didn't wait to fire it home. So the Lancers make short work of capitalizing on the 4-on-4 time, and they take the 1-0 lead here. 6:30 now remaining in period number 1, as we will have a whistle and a neutral zone draw coming up. And the Cardinals' penalty against McCabe, since it was a 5-minute major, does not expire due to the goal. So the Lancers will be happy about that. They're still going to have 1:09 of power play time once the Lancer penalty on Colby Austin expires. That was an elbowing call against Austin that is almost up. It is indeed Leach from Harper, putting the Lancers on top, 1-0 here, midway through this first period. As the Lancers have it down in that Cardinals end once again, bringing it around, it's Moriarty now trying to work it to the front after he took the pass from Alex LaPlante, also out there for the Lancers, as they'll continue to work it around down in that Cardinals end. Out to the far point, Lucas Poulin holds on there, he sends it along the far side half wall. Mike Donlan back out to Poulin. He shoots one on. Scanlon got a piece of that. Steers it wide of the far post. Now Jason Parker. A backhand through the trapezoid looking for LaPlante, but instead it's taken away by Cam Holt of the Cardinals. Cleared out and down. Church out of his net to kick this one aside with a pad for Lucas Poulin, who sends this one up high and ahead for Curtis Harper, who could not settle that one down. So it comes back out to neutral ice. Then Donlan brings it in. He feeds Coburn. Shake and bake. Score! Just like that, it's a power play goal for the Lancers. Make it 2-0 for Londonderry, as Captain Eric Coburn took the pass from Mike Donlan. Coburn was positioned right in the center of the face-off circles, right in the slot. He fired it through Scanlon as the Lancers put one in for the second time this evening, and they take the 2-0 lead. 5:16 remaining here in period number 1. Lancers 2 and the Cardinals nothing. Beautiful play there. Coburn from Donlan to make it a 2-0 game. As the Lancers go right back down looking for more. Harper fed it to Coburn along the end boards. Now the puck almost settled down on top of the net. Instead comes out in front. Cooper Roy sends one just wide of the far post. Then he falls down, gets right back up. And Coburn sends this one out to the line. Evangelista unable to settle that pass down. So it comes back out to neutral ice. It is indeed Coburn from Donlan making it 2-0. Just a moment ago, power play tally for the Lancers there. And that time, the penalty on McCabe, which still had 20-some-odd seconds in it, did expire as soon as the goal happened. So that was somewhat unusual. Look out now, Cardinals right in front. That one was dangerous as Bishop Girton's Tim Trudel tried to sneak that one in around the far post, but Church got a piece of that one with the pad. Now he gets some help from Poulin up ahead to Moriarty. Lancers clear it out of their own zone. Unable to settle that one down was Jason Parker, but now some help from Poulin to backhand this one. Down along the end boards in that Bishop Girton zone once again. Cam Holt with it along the end boards. Now Connor Donahue up the far side. Trudel over there along the half wall, taken away from him by Poulin. He sends one to the front. Scanlon got a piece of that with the pad. Steers it out to the line. Colby Austin dumps it to an open corner on the far side. Now it comes up the far side half wall, And the Cardinals clear it out to neutral ice. Up ahead now, Mike Barrett. Bringing it down into the near corner for Bishop Girton. He works his way to the front of the Lancer net. Look out, a backhand from very close range. Turned aside with a pad of Church. And it comes back to the near corner. Donlin in there. Some help now from Colby Austin. Can't get it out, though. Cam Holt at the near point. Sent one on goal. Pad saved by Church. This time the Lancers do clear it out. That was Moriarty sending it the length of the ice. And it's an icing call against Londonderry as a result. 3:22 remaining in this opening period. Lancers 2 and the Bishop Girton Cardinals nothing. Londonderry with goals from Mark Leach and Captain Eric Coburn here tonight. Thus far, the Lancers are now 1 for 2 on the power play, as the Coburn goal was a power play tally. They had a power play earlier in the period on which they did not score. As the Cardinals send this one on goal, Church the stop there, so we'll have a face-off off to the far side. Puck sat in skates after they dropped it, then the Lancers clear it out. This is Nick Donnelly's stick that sends this one down. Scanlon covers that one up once again with both Alex LaPlante and Frank Winters in pursuit for Londonderry. So we'll get a face-off off to the far side now. 3 minutes remaining in period number 1. Lancers 2 and the Bishop Girton Cardinals nothing on this Wednesday night from the Ice Center. I'm Adam LaFleur. We're glad you could join us. As the Cardinals get this one out to center, it's Joe Leahy looking for it. He sends one into the slot down in the Lancers' end, unable to connect with Jordan Cato. That allows the Lancers to bring it out the other way. Brett LaPlante, some help from Frank Winters. Back in front, LaPlante backhanded that one right into the pad of Scanlon. Then a juicy rebound sat there. That one was shot on by Alex LaPlante and then gobbled up by Scanlon with the glove. Well, he's been beaten twice tonight by the Lancers, but he's looked pretty sharp. Give him credit for saves like that one, as the Lancers have put on quite a bit of offense tonight. There's another example right there as it rolls on goal after the face-off attempt, and Scanlon makes short work of covering that one up. Lancers were lacking offense in their 4-2 loss to Pinkerton last Saturday. They seem to have found their good offensive ways once again here tonight as they lead this game 2-0 here in the late stages of the first period. Here's Cooper Roy working it down into the near corner. Connor Donahue gets there for the Cardinals, but the Lancers take it away. Harper fed Coburn in front. He whiffled one wide of the far post. Couldn't get good wood on that. Now along the end boards, backhand behind the net by Cam Holt. As the Cardinals try to clear it out, and they will do that just now as Evan Dolliker brings it out over the red line. Up ahead, he finds John Crappian down low as the Cardinals try to get something set up down in that Lancers end here, looking for to get within one before heading to the dressing room for tonight's first intermission. And this one is sent on by Donahue from the near point and held by Church as he gets down on his legs and makes the pad save there for the Lancers. Off to the far side, adjacent to the Lancers bench, the senior jerseys are displayed here tonight as it's senior night here at the Ice Center. Lancers playing their final home game of the 2013-2014 season. Lancers will have one more game after this one. They'll play the Salem Blue Devils right here at the Ice Center on Saturday night, an 8 o'clock start on March 1st. My goodness, can you believe it's already going to be March? I can't. But it is just this weekend as the Cardinals have it down in that Lancer end once again. It is Mike Barrett bringing it into the far corner. He's double-teamed by a pair of Lancers, and then both Barrett and his man Lucas Poulin go down. And we've got us a holding call, I do believe. And we'll wait to see who's it against. They're signaling towards Tim Trudel of the Cardinals. Or no, excuse me, that is Barrett, rather. Excuse me, it's the 16, not the 18. So Tim Trudel goes to the box as they caught him with taking down Lucas Poulin on the far side down in that Lancers end. So with 1:16 remaining in the first period, the Lancers go to their third power play of the game. They are 1 for 2 thus far. 1:10 remaining in the first period. Lucas Poulin trying to hold it in, gets some help from Mike Donlan with a backhand at the far point. He finds Moriarty. Lancers senior Matt Moriarty with it along the far boards. Out to the line, Lucas Poulin. Center point, shoots one on. Pad save by Scanlon. Rebound right in front. Parker was there. He shot it just wide of the near post. Now Donlan turns and keeps this one in. Sends it on goal. Scanlon covers that one with the glove for the whistle as he had traffic in front of the crease once again. Lancers are doing a good job of getting both pucks and bodies to the front of the net tonight. And it shows on the scoreboard as they lead it 2-0. Coburn wins this draw to Mark Leach at the near point. He shoots one wide of the far post, goes to the far side where the Cardinals will clear it out. And this one's going to roll all the way down the ice against Mark Leach. He'll regroup back behind his own net, send it up the near side, and find Cooper Roy. Roy up ahead to Coburn. Coburn between the circles. There was also some help from Harper in the midst of that play. Now Coburn to the front for Harper. Shot one wide of the net. He didn't get a good angle on that puck at all. Now it comes to the near point. Evangelista holding this one into the Lancers. Instead he sends a very shot-like pass to Cooper Roy along the far side. He backhands one to the front now. Backhand on by Harper. Pad save Scanlon. Comes to an open near side. This is Coburn turning, shooting one on. And Scanlon got a piece of that shot with the pad and then steered it out through the slot. It ricocheted out to neutral ice as time expires here in this first period. So after one period here tonight, the Lancers have a 2-0 lead on goals by sophomore Mark Leach and senior captain Eric Coburn. It was Curtis Harper assisting on the Lancers' first goal by Leach. Then it was Mike Donlan who got the assist on the Coburn tally, which made it 2-0. And that is where we stand after tonight's opening period. So we will continue with senior night here tonight at the Ice Center. Stay tuned. Second period action is coming up in just a moment. I'm Adam LaFleur, and you're listening to Lancer Hockey. Welcome back for tonight's second period. Lancers with a 2-0 lead over the Bishop Girton Cardinals. After one period of play here this evening on senior night of Lancer Hockey here at the Ice Center. As Eric Coburn will take this draw against Bishop Girton's Tim Trudell to begin period number 2. As the draw ricochets off to the far side, we're underway. Lancers pick it up in their own end. Poulin to the near side. Coburn feeds it up ahead to Harper down the near side. Sends it behind that Bishop Girton net. Along the far boards it goes. Cooper Roy over there holding in. Lancers have 23 seconds of power play time left in a call that carried over from the end of period number 1. Bishop Girton's Mike Barrett sits in the box. So that power play has 10 seconds left. Time for one more offensive rush if the Lancers can hurry. Mark Leach in the near corner works it out of his own end for the Lancers. Out to neutral ice, up ahead finds Harper, but that pass was ahead of him. That allows Cam Holt to clear it out for the Cardinals. Bishop Girton will come down the other way as they bring it into the near corner. It's sent around behind the Lancers net. On the far side now, Dallaker with it for the Cardinals. He turns, sends one towards the front of the net. Multiple bodies in the way of that one. Dallaker again from the far point sends this one on goal. Shirts there with the right leg pad, and he covers it up for the whistle. Well, we talked a little bit earlier about the regular season race for the Division I crown, and comes down to a situation with 3 teams fighting for that position: Londonderry, St. Thomas, and Salem. As here come the Lancers. Moriarty going to the front of the net from close range, and Scanlon makes the pad save there. Oh, good look by Moriarty early in this second period, but the yellow and green netminder for the Cardinals up to the task there to keep this a 2-goal game. As off on the far side, Bishop Girton takes over. It is It was Nick Apostolix over there. Then the Cardinals work it out to center. Down into the Lancers end it goes. Lucas Poulin gets there, and he's bodied hard into the boards by his man Trudel. Now back behind the Londonderry net it goes. Cardinals tried to clear it in front. That was Trudel clearing it in front, and then some rough stuff along the end boards down in the Lancers' own zone. Now Londonderry back the other way, putting on some offensive pressure here along the near side. Moriarty couldn't get a stick on it. It's taken away by Murphy of the Cardinals. Can't clear it out, though. Shot from Lucas Poulin. It was wide of the near post and into the corner. Then it comes out to Colby Austin. In front, his shot is stuck in skates there. Jason Parker got a piece of that one. And then Scanlon picks up the loose puck and covers up for the whistle. As Parker and Bishop Girton's Jason Lutzka exchanged a shove there after the whistle. But that will break up peacefully. Those two head to the bench. Lancers with the offensive zone draw here off to the far side. They win it. Out of the line, Ryan Kearney holds this one in, sends it to the far corner. Now and behind the net, Donahue looking for it for Bishop Girton. In there for the Lancers, it was Alex LaPlante. And now LaPlante spilled along the near side at the Lancer blue line. But the Lancers nevertheless managed to get it continually back down into the offensive zone. Now we've got an interference call coming up, and it's going to go against the Cardinals. It is Bishop Girton's Cam Holt going to the box here. So the Lancers, who are 1 for 3 on the power play, heading to their 5th opportunity right now. Bishop Girton has spent quite a bit of time in the box here tonight. They hand to the Lancers another power play opportunity now. Look out, though, 2-on-1 shorthanded for the Cardinals is shooting this one way up high and wide was Doliker. And the rebound comes out to center. Here's Curtis Harper, unable to settle that one down. He'll circle back, then pick it up. Backhand it down into the near corner. In the offensive zone, here's Evangelista holding and shooting. That one was steered way up high off a pad of Scanlon, and it's up into the protective netting. Out of play, so we have a whistle and a stoppage. Near side offensive zone draw coming up here for the Lancers. 1:35 left in the interference call against Holt. So the Lancers on the power play for the 5th time here this evening. They are 1 for 4. Lancers' second goal of the game from Coburn was a power play tally back in the late stages of the first period. Here come the Cardinals down, trying to put on a short-handed bid here, but plenty of Lancers in there to settle that one down and clear it out of harm's way. Eric Coburn now up the far side, over the red line, trying to work it ahead, but getting in the way of that one was Apostolix for the Cardinals. Now he and Alex LaPlante dig for it in the far corner. Apostolix gets it free, sends it back out to center. Cardinals, John Crappian sends a high shot down off the glass. He missed the net, but he'll kill some time in this penalty nonetheless. And then it's Donahue turning and clearing this one out of his own zone to center. And now we've got a whistle and an offside call against Londonderry, I believe. But they're going to bring the face-off all the way down into the Lancers' end. 11:10 remaining in this second period. Lancers 2 and the Bishop Girton Cardinals nothing. Lancers have 47 seconds of power play time as Cam Holt sits in the box for the Cardinals. It's an interference call against him. But it's down in that Lancers end now. Look out, it came to the front. Might have got a piece of the near post there as the Lancers clear it out of harm's way. Mike Donlan now up the far side down into the offensive zone. Sends one behind the net. Jason Parker out to the near point. Lucas Poulin, he holds on. Moving it into the high slot, Poulin angles one on, tipped by Mike Donlan wide of the far post. Now far side half wall, this one held in by Colby Austin, but Keith Murphy gets in the way of that one. He clears it out and all the way down the ice for the Cardinals. Chasing after it there, Max McCabe in the near corner, but the Lancers get it free. Lucas Poulin falling down, but nevertheless he managed to connect with Colby Austin on the far side. Now it's Mike Donlan out over the red line. Donlan, as we're back 5 aside, brings it into the offensive zone for a shot that is gloved out of midair by Scanlon, and he will hold on to this one for another whistle. So the Cardinals kill off another penalty That makes the Lancers now 1 for 5 on the power play here tonight. Two nothing for Londonderry, the early stages of this first period. As the Lancers come down now into the Cardinals' end, Alex LaPlante spilled at the edge of the near circle. Then along the headboards, some rough stuff in there as Frank Winters and his man, that was Trudell of the Cardinals, exchanging some shoves in there, but that breaks up and the Cardinals bring it out to center. Into the Lancer zone now comes Jason Lutska down the far side, fires a shot up high. It settles down in the near corner where Nick Donnelly gets a stick on it for Londonderry. Can't clear it out of the zone with a backhand. So now Lucas Poulin through the trapezoid over to Frank Winters. On the far side, Winters is pushed in the boards by Trudell, but then some help from his Lancer teammate to get that one free. That was LaPlante helping out there, and the Lancers now clear the zone. Down into the Bishop Girton end it goes. Apostolix on the end boards, turns and tries to work it up the near side. Taken from him by Harper. He works his way through the near circle, but it was taken away from him with some nice stick work by Justin Pearson of the Cardinals there to prevent Harper from having a chance for the Lancers. Now this one is intercepted by Poulin in the center circle. Up ahead comes Coburn. He gives it to, that was Harper for a close range shot. Then it went behind the net. Harper once again backhands one wide of the far post. Now Mark Leach along the far side into the corner. Coburn now along the in the trapezoid there. Picks it up, tries to work his way to the front. Then it's shoveled wide by Harper. His backhand attempt trying to get it to the front. Hit a skate of one of the Cardinals defensemen. Now at the line, Evangelista. Holding it in here, gives it to Coburn, near side half wall. Coburn regroups, spins around at the near point. Then he bodies his man down. That was Trudell, who went down hard for the Cardinals off the check from Coburn there along the near boards. And now the Cardinals clear the Lancer zone. And now another hit on the near side is spilled there was Jason Lutska of the Cardinals. Now Coburn and a couple of Cardinals players exchanging some rather rather weak-looking shoves on the near side, and that is going to result in a Lancer cross-checking penalty against Cooper Roy. And that one surprises me. I did not even see Cooper Roy inside of that rough stuff that was exchanged, but as always, it's the ones in stripes that make the decisions. They're going to send Cooper Roy to the box. So the Cardinals are going to get a power play opportunity here tonight. They have had only one Lancer penalty has been called so far tonight before this Cooper Roy penalty. And at that time, it was 4-on-4 hockey in the midst of that 5-minute major against Max McCabe back in the first period. So this is the first conventional power play of the game for the Cardinals. We'll see if they can get within one here as it's Bishop Girton's Crappy and working around the near side out to Donahue in the high slot. He fired a shot wide of the far post. Now along the far side, Dallaker working around. He holds it in the corner. Out to the line, Donahue once again gives it over to Justin Pearson. Back to Donahue. Those two play a game of catch now on the edge of the far circle. Shot from Donahue. Didn't make it all the way to the front of the net. It was caught in multiple bodies there. Camped out right at the edge of the crease. Now Lancers get it free. Brett Evangelista double teamed though along the end boards back in the trapezoid. Cardinals come away with it. Working it around now is Justin Pearson. And Pearson is bodied by Mark Leach. Leach lost a stick and then takes Pearson down. Those two exchange some shoves. Now Leach with some motions that sort of looked like they were intended to prevent Pearson from getting up. I believe Mark Leach is going to go to the box here for the Lancers. Yes, he is, as it's going to be a wait for the signal from the referee. It's going to be a holding call against Mark Leach as he held Pearson down on the ice in that far circle. And Leach is not happy about this one at all. He throws his stick as he makes his way into the penalty box. And Lucas Poulin tries to plead the Lancers' case with the referee, but of course nothing doing there. So look out, it's 5-on-3 hockey for the Bishop Girton Cardinals for 56 seconds. So the Cardinals win the draw. Donahue with a shot blocked by a skate of Coburn. Now it comes to the near side. Apostolics. Shot one that hit a skate and was deflected to the far boards. Pearson there gives it out to Donahue. Working his way into the high slot. Now feeds it back to Pearson. Far side. Nice play there by Colby Austin, laying down to block the shot. As the Cardinals, Donahue has it once again. He works his way into the slot, fires one that hits the protective netting way up high above the glass. So Lancers get a breather here. We're going to whistle with 26 seconds remaining in the Cardinals' 5-on-3 time. And after the cross-checking penalty on Cooper Roy expires, that was the original Lancer penalty, then the Cardinals will have 1:04 of 5-on-4 power play time, if, of course, nothing else is called. Right off the draw, however, Lancers' Lucas Poulin clears this one out and all the way down the ice on net. So Scanlon will steer it aside to Donahue, who feeds this one up the far side. Justin Pearson once again gives it out to the line for Donahue. He sends this one to the near side for a shot from Apostolics. That one was blocked nicely by a diving Lucas Poulin. Now it comes out to center. Curtis Harper on this one. He's got Cooper Roy out of the box. Harper to the front. He held that one on for, I would say, too long as he skated right into Scanlon. That allowed the Cardinals netminder to cover up without much difficulty there. Harper had Cooper Roy out of the box. Roy was wide open. If he could have backhanded a pass across the far circle, Cooper Roy could have had a point-blank chance there. Right out of the box for the Lancers. Short-handed nonetheless, but Harper decided not to pass. So the Cardinals win this draw. They'll work it down into the Lancers' end once more. 46 seconds left in the Bishop Girton power play time, but here's Colby Austin sending this one the length of the ice for Londonderry. Keith Murphy along the end boards for the Cardinals. His pass up to the far side finds Tim Trudell. Trudell over the red line, now down into the Lancer zone, working it around, bringing it to the front of the net. He went to his backhand, and Shirt stuck the left leg out to deny the bid there from the Cardinals forward, headed to the front of the net. Nice play by the Lancer netminder there. As that was actually John Crappy, and it was not Trudell, excuse me, on that recent Bishop Girton shot. Now off the draw, Evangelista and Coburn both looking forward for the Lancers. Coburn gets it free. He brings it up to neutral ice, clears this one down. On goal, Scanlon's going to stick it aside for Apostolics in along the end boards. He starts it out of his own end. Finds Donahue up the far side. Over the red line, now the blue line for Bishop Girton. Working his way to the edge of the far circle, then fires a shot wide of everything. Ricocheted off the end boards. Look out, here's Mark Leach out of the box for the Lancers. Working his way to the front, and he fired that one wide of the far post. He had Curtis Harper, who was wide open, but sort of behind him. I don't think Leach knew that he had Harper open. He might have thought he was all alone on the rush, so he took the shot himself and could not quite put that one on goal. Now it's Donahue in behind his own net, sends it to the near boards, where a bunch of bodies will look for it in there. Then the puck cleared up high, almost above the glass, but it comes down in play. Now it is Apostolics once again for Bishop Girton, sending this one out to the red line. Colby Austin sends it right back into that Cardinals end for the Lancers. Donahue now starts it out of his own end between the face-off circles. Up ahead he finds Jordan Cato on it for the Cardinals. They send it down into that Lancers end way down deep. Colby Austin, and instead Jason Lutska gets there first for the Cardinals. Then it comes to the edge of the crease where Moriarty's clearing attempt was held in by Cam Holt at the far point for the Cardinals. Now it comes into the slot. Look out, turning and trying to get the shot away was Lutska for the Cardinals. Might have hit a skate on its way to the net. Didn't make it all the way there. Now in the near corner, bunch of bodies digging for it. Brett Evangelista, the Lancers' senior assistant captain, comes away with that one and sends it out all the way down into the far corner. This one rolls. Mark Leach on it there, Mike Donlan rather, getting there for the Lancers. Sent one to the front of the net, but no one home for Londonderry. Comes to the far side now. Ryan Kearney looking down low for Moriarty. He was double teamed, and the Cardinals get it free, but unable to clear the Lancers zone now as Kearney, with some help from Mike Donlan, holds it in. Then a Donlan shot goes wide. of the far post. Now Holt clears it out to neutralize for the Lancers. Then it rolls down into the Lancers' end where it's picked up by Kearney. Ryan Kearney working up the near side. Long pass up ahead to nobody in particular. That allows Cam Holt to corral it for the Cardinals. Send it back the other way. It's Trudell between the face-off circles. Fires one up high over the crossbar. Comes down along the end boards. Lancers' net is dislodged, but play continues. At least I thought it was dislodged in behind Church. Perhaps not. Now along the near side boards. 5 different bodies in there digging for it. 3 Cardinals and 2 Lancers. But it's going to be the Lancers' Donnelly that gets it free. Unable to clear it out of the zone, though, as Mike Barrett picks it up for the Cardinals. Sends one to the front looking for Pearson. Then a shot on, hit a pad of Church. And the Lancers now clear it out to neutralize. 2:26 remaining in period number 2. As the Cardinals are bringing it right on out. Nice poke check there by Donnelly to prevent a shot from Bishop Curtin's Pearson. As Frank Winters picks this one up in the far corner, sends it ahead to Alex LaPlante. LaPlante down for the Lancers, sends this one on goal. Scanlon keeps the play alive. He stopped it up for Murphy. Murphy up ahead to Trudell. Intercepted by Coburn. He had 2 Bishop Girton defensemen back, though, to prevent Coburn from getting a shot on. Now it comes to the near side and squeaks its way out to center. Mark Leach sending it right back the other direction. And it's a offside call as a result against the Lancers, as it was Cooper Roy, I believe, who was illegally positioned inside the zone. And they'll drop this face-off right at center ice. Lancers win it, trying to move it ahead is Coburn. He gets around his man, but then Coburn is spilled. He lost his... Someone's without a stick. No, it was not Coburn. It was a Cardinal player, rather. Now the Cardinals have it. Dulliker back behind his own net. Intercepted, though, by Curtis Harper. In the near corner. Sends one to the front. Coburn fires it wide of the far post. Oh, he needed to get that puck on net. He had a close-range chance there, but missed everything. Now it's Mark Leach, top of the far circle. Sends this one on goal. Hit a pad of Scanlon and then is deflected up and into the protective netting, out of play. 1:16 remaining in the second period here on Senior Night on a Wednesday, the 26th of February. Glad you could join us for Lancer Hockey. I'm Adam LaFleur, bringing you the action of the Lancers' final home game of the 2013-2014 season. Lancers will have one more regular season game after this one. They'll play Salem here at the Ice Center on Saturday night, March 1st. This is the final regular season game for the Cardinals, however. So Bishop Girton in their final action here tonight. This one is cleared out and down. It will not go quite far enough for an icing call against the Cardinals. Mark Leach drops it off for Evangelista, who sends it out to center. Over the red line it goes. Nobody home for Londonderry. That allows Apostolics to get a stick on it for the Cardinals. Back out to neutral ice they go. Moriarty trying to settle it down. Then he's bodied down, taken down by his man Trudell. That's going to be a penalty on the Lancers, however, not on the Cardinals. It looks like possibly Mike Donlin is headed to the box here. Yes, indeed, it is Donlin. And Donlin's not happy at all. He slams the door to the penalty box as he'll take a seat and wait and see what the call is. As I missed the referee's signal there. Only 20 seconds remaining in this second period now, so this the majority of this Cardinals power play is likely going to carry over into period number 3. As Bishop Girton tries to hold this one in, but to no avail. Here's Curtis Harper out on a breakaway. He shoots, and he fired it up high over the crossbar. Oh, you gotta get those on net if you're the Lancers. Oh my, gotta make those breakaways count, as the Lancers have missed the net, not just tonight, but all season long. They have had a deficit in their shooting accuracy category. But nonetheless, Londonderry holds a 2-0 lead as we head into the second intermission. It's a holding call against Mike Donlin. So that penalty is going to carry over for 1:36 to start the third period. So with a very dangerous, well, sort of dangerous situation. If you're the Lancers going into the third, you got to kill off this Bishop Girton power play time to start the final period and prevent the Cardinals from getting within one early in tonight's final frame. But it was a scoreless second period, so the Lancers on goals from Mark Leach and Eric Coburn back in period number 1 lead it 2-0 heading into tonight's second intermission. Third period coming up in a moment. I'm Adam LaFleur. Stay with us. Welcome back for third period action. This is going to be the final home ice period of Lancer hockey in the 2013-2014 regular season. And through 2 periods of play against the Bishop Girton Cardinals tonight, Londonderry has attained a 2-0 lead. We take a look at the race for the top of Division 1 here as this season comes to a conclusion. The Lancers, after tonight, have one more game left. They'll play Salem on Saturday, March 1st here at the Ice Center. Also in the mix of things looking for the Division 1 regular season title is St. Thomas. They are off tonight, and they have one more game on Friday, February 28th against Exeter. And then the final of the 3 teams in the hunt for the Division 1 title is Salem. They are in action tonight against Pinkerton. And then they, of course, will play the Lancers right here on Saturday as the Cardinals are on the board. Power play goal for Bishop Girton. Not wasting any time here to start this third period is Justin Pearson, number 12 of the Cardinals. And Bishop Girton is within one. It's a power play goal for the visitors in the yellow and green. So look out. That should swing the momentum in the Cardinals' direction, as it is a 1-goal affair now. 2-1, the Lancer lead cut in half as Justin Pearson scores for the Cardinals to make it a 2-1 count. And we're back 5 aside now, even though they need to take the penalty time off the scoreboard. It's still up there. But the Cardinals are within one. They start the third period with a bang. Justin Pearson beating Lancer netminder Mitch Church, and making this a 1-goal game as they look for it at center ice now. Cardinals' Max McCabe coming away with it on the far side. Harper tried to take it away from him, but then Connor Donahue got a stick on it. The assist goes to Tim Trudell on the Pearson goal just a moment ago. So make that Justin Pearson from Tim Trudell for Bishop Girton on the power play, and the Cardinals are within one, trailing the Lancers now 2-1. So they get an early third period goal here. Lancers will have an offensive zone draw coming up now. Matt Moriarty in to take it against Justin Pearson, the goal scorer from just a moment ago. Lancers win the draw out to the line. Poulin holding this one in. It goes to the front. Moriarty was unable to get a shot away from the far edge of the crease, and then Pearson comes up with it for the Cardinals and clears it out to center. Lucas Poulin on it there, sends this one down into the near corner. In the offensive zone for the Lancers, Moriarty takes his man Apostolix into the end boards down there. And, excuse me, then the Cardinals will come up with the Trudell working it out of his own zone. Taken away by Jason Parker, though. He'll work his way to the front of the net. Now Mike Donlin behind him. And then Pearson took down Moriarty there. Good defense by the Cardinals there to break up that rush, as a couple of Lancers were crashing the net, trying to pick up the rebound there on that original shot. But Bishop Girton clears it out of harm's way. Now with it, Keith Murphy along the end boards for the Cardinals. He sends it to the near side looking for Barrett, but that's ahead of him. Allows the Lancers' Colby Austin to send it right back down. There's a delayed penalty coming up now. It's on the Lancers. So look out. The Cardinals, who just scored a power play goal, are going right back to the power play as Lucas Poulin touches up behind the Lancer net. And this one Looks like it will be against Matt Moriarty. Yes, it will. So Moriarty to the box here for the Lancers. 12:29 remaining in period number 3. It's going to be a call for contact to the head against Moriarty, and the referee just signaled for a 5-minute major. Oh dear, this could be trouble. It's a 5-minute major penalty against the Lancers' Matt Moriarty for a contact to the head violation. That is a penalty unique to high school hockey. You don't see that in the professional game, of course, but it gives the Cardinals a full 5-minute major power play here, as that one came right in front. Look out, clearing it out of harm's way for the Lancers was Evangelista. That was dangerously loose in the Lancer crease there. So the Cardinals are going to try to get this set up on the power play. They got a lot of time to look for the equalizer here early on in period number 3 as they work it around down deep in the Lancers' end. Dolliker has it along the end boards now, and behind that, Londonderry net up to the near side for Pearson. Out to the line, finds Donahue up high. Backhand pass finds Pearson top of the near circle. He's taken down by his man. That was Harper, I believe, in there for the Lancers. Londonderry can't quite clear as a long shot on coming from Apostolics is steered just wide. McGrath may have got a piece. The Lancers have made a goaltending change to start this third period. Mitch Schurch is no longer in goal. It is now Joe McGrath between the pipes for Londonderry as the Lancers clear this one out and all the way down. 3:46 left in the major penalty against Moriarty. A contact to the head violation as Mike Donlan takes it now, trying to kill off some time down the far side. Doing so very successfully. Out to the line, long shot from Parker is up high, he wrung it off the glass. Cardinals will pick up the rebound and regroup. Justin Pearson brings it out of his own end. Long pass over the red line. He finds Keith Murphy coming down, or excuse me, that was rather Dolliker, not Murphy, for the Cardinals. Now it's Donahue working around the near circle. Sends one to the front from a tough angle. Glove save by McGrath. And the Lancer net is dislodged in the process. So we'll get a whistle and a stoppage there. 10:44 remaining in period number 3. 3:14 left in the Lancer major penalty against Moriarty for contact to the head. It'll be Jason Parker on this draw for the Lancers against Bishop Girton's Tim Trudell. Cardinals win the draw, come away with it. Cam Holt has it along the end, the near boards rather. Feeds it along the near side and gets it right back. Holt fires a shot wide of the near post. Ricochets off the end boards and goes to the far boards, far side where Keith Murphy held it in. Then the Lancers pick it up, clear it all the way down. Scanlon out of the net to stick it aside for Holt, who feeds it up the near side for John Akrapian, who brings this one out over the red line now. Lucas Poulin getting in the way of that one. He sends it back down just over the Cardinals' blue line. And now here's Coburn helping out this rush. Short-handed bid here. He fires a deflected shot up high and into the protective mesh, out of play. So we'll have a whistle here and a face-off down deep in the Cardinals' end. 2:31 remaining in the penalty to Moriarty. 10 minutes exactly remaining in this third period. It's the Londonderry Lancers 2 and the Bishop Girton Cardinals 1. Lancers put 2 pucks behind Griffin Scanlon in the first period, and we played a scoreless second. Lancers came into this final frame with the 2-0 lead, but it didn't last long as Bishop Girton's Justin Pearson scored in the opening minute of this first period to get the Cardinals within 1. Now a shot from close range by Dolliker hits the side of the net, and the Cardinals are unable to hold that puck in as it went to the far side, then ricocheted out. Here's Curtis Harper diving and trying to get a stick on that one as his man Donahue managed to prevent Harper from getting a shorthanded chance there. Now it comes to Mark Leach, who turns and sends this one all the way down in on the near corner. Under 2 minutes remaining in the penalty on Moriarty, the major against the Lancers. 9 minutes left in this third period. Lancers 2, Bishop Girton Cardinals 1. And the Lancers in the second half of this major penalty are doing a good job of preventing Bishop Girton from putting on any extended pressure. Look out, Scanlon came way out of the net to pick up his stick. That was over on the near side, and Jason Parker almost had a wraparound into a wide open net there, but he couldn't quite put it over the goal line as the Bishop Girton netminder was caught out of position. And then the puck is shot out of play into the Lancers bench. So we'll have a neutral zone draw coming up here. Or no, check that, a defensive zone draw for the Lancers, as they'll rule that Londonderry must have cleared that puck into the bench. That's why the faceoff will go down into the Lancers' end. 1:06 remaining in the Moriarty penalty, as right off the draw, the Cardinals send it on net, and McGrath covers. So Lancers head coach Peter Bedford decides to give both of his netminders some time in this game here tonight. Mitch Schurch played the first 2 periods, but now it's Joe McGrath between the pipes for this third and final frame, as a shot from Keith Murphy goes wide of the far post. And off the inboards, it ricochets to the near side where the Cardinals will hold it in. It's Crappian turning and shooting from inside the near circle. Down on that one is McGrath, and he covers. So in playoff preparations, Peter Bedford will give both of his netminders some time in this game here tonight. Take a moment to recognize the coaching staff of both teams now. First for the visiting Bishop Girton Cardinals. They are coached by head coach Gary Bishop, assistant coaches Mark Mantone and Jim Egan. Lancers, meanwhile, are coached by the usual lineup of head coach Peter Bedford, assistant coaches Matt Davis and David Allen. As Londonderry clears this one all the way down into the Cardinals' end, Evan Dallaker will pick it up as the Cardinals regroup, come out to center. Dallaker over the red line. Nice check there by Harper to poke that one away from Dallaker. That'll kill off some more penalty time now. 23 seconds left in the major against Moriarty, as the Lancers have killed the vast majority of that 5-minute penalty. It's Connor Donahue on it now, up to Justin Pearson for the Cardinals. He'll work it down the near side into the corner. Coburn on him and taking it away. Sends it the length of the ice for the Lancers. 2 seconds and 1. Moriarty out of the box. Lancers successfully kill a 5-minute major penalty, as Matt Moriarty sat 5 minutes for contact to the head, but not anymore. Lancers back to full strength. So that should swing some of the momentum in the Londonderry direction here now, as we just leapfrog the midway mark of this third period. 7:06 remaining in the whole shebang here tonight. Lancers with a narrow lead, 2-1 over Bishop Girton. Heading into the late stages of the game. Now it's Mike Dahlin. Feeds it to Jason Parker. He backhands one through the edge of the crease. He didn't get good wood on that. Looking for Moriarty at the edge of the blue paint there, but the Cardinals quickly clear the rebound out and down on goal, as McGrath got a piece of that one with the glove, but he did not catch it, so the play is kept alive as Donlin sends this one down on goal. Scanlon will keep the play moving as it comes back out to center. Evangelista, as back and forth they go. Brett Evangelista, Lancers senior, sent it down into the near corner where the Cardinals pick it up. Coming up the far side, Jason Letzka for Bishop Girton. Now it's paddled back into that Cardinals end. Keith Murphy up with it for the Cardinals. The senior defenseman sends it down into the Lancers end. On the far side, both Frank Winters and a couple of Cardinals over there now. Mark Leach also in there for the Lancers. Body's digging for it as it's caught in skates. Then it slides free. Cardinals take it. It is Keith Murphy up high, sending one wide of the far post there as he took the shot from the blue line that missed. Now along the far side in front of the SeniorNight jerseys displayed to the left of the Lancers bench. They battle for it over there. Cardinals take it away, but the loose puck slides right under the stick of Brett Evangelista, who brought it out to the red line, only to have Cam Holt clear it right back down into the Londonderry end. Back and forth they go here in the midway stages of the third as Mark Leach sends it down into the near corner. Then behind that Cardinals net it goes. Far side now, Alex LaPlante in the corner looking for it. Holt also in there for the Cardinals. It slides free onto the stick of Dallaker, and Bishop Girton will clear the zone. Now taken down on the far side was, that's Evangelista over there. Both he and Max McCabe went down. They get up to rejoin the play now as the puck comes out to neutral ice. It's taken away by John Krappian. He sends one through the slot for the Cardinals. And we've got a delayed penalty coming up here as Eric Coburn touches up, and this is a penalty against the Lancers. Interference call is coming up here. It looks to be against Evangelista. And yes, it will, as the Lancers assistant captain, Brett Evangelista, goes to the box. 2 minutes for interference. So the Lancers, who have been on a parade to the penalty box here in this third period, take another penalty. That's going to give the Cardinals some power play time and a chance to tie the game with the extra man here with 4:40 remaining in regulation. Lancers 2 and the Bishop Girton Cardinals 1. Lancers quickly clear it out of the zone, so the Cardinals will have to go back and regroup down deep in their own end. It's Connor Donahue bringing it out of the trapezoid behind his own net. Senior captain of the Cardinals up ahead to Justin Pearson, who sends a long clear on goal into the pad of McGrath. He covers up for the whistle. Justin Pearson, who took that shot for the Cardinals, is the lone goal scorer of this game for Bishop Girton here in the first minute of the third period. That put Bishop Girton within one. That's where we stand now at a 2-1 count. 4:18 left in regulation. On the far side now, Jason Lutzka holds it in for the Cardinals. Goes down low. Lucas Poulin looking for it behind his own net. Also in there, Daliker for Bishop Girton, but Poulin turns and clears it all the way down. 1:10 left in the interference call against Evangelista. Back through the trapezoid. Cardinals going to bring it out of their own zone now. It's Pearson. Feeds it over to Daliker. Up ahead, he finds Apostolix working it down the far boards. Edge of the far circle now in the corner. Apostolix waits. Out to the line. Far point. Donahue over there. Back to Apostolix down low. Back to Donahue as those two play a game of catch on the far side. Up now. It was fed to Daliker in the slot. He couldn't take the shot. Nice play by the Lancers defense to get in the way of that one. And now here's Poulin clearing this one with some height out and all the way down. As it goes over a pair of players at that far point. Both a Lancer and a Cardinal were over there, but Poulin's clear. Got around both of them and went the length of the ice. And now the Cardinals have iced the puck on the power play. So that's going to give the Lancers a draw in the Cardinals zone. 22 seconds left in the interference call against Evangelista. 3:14 remaining in regulation. Curtis Harper in to take this draw against, that was John Krappian on it for the Cardinals. Sat in skates in the far circle. Then the Cardinals get it free. Donahue works it up the far side. He finds Mike Barrett out over the red line down into the Lancer zone. Barrett down the near side into the corner. In behind the Lancers net, he feeds it out to, that was one of the Cardinals over there. Took a shot. Now it's propelled up high over the crossbar as a shot came out of the near circle. But the Lancers managed to clear the zone there. Cardinals with a couple of late chances as the penalty on Evangelista expired, so Londonderry is back to full strength. 2:30 remaining in this game. Lancers 2 and the Bishop Girton Cardinals 1. Look out now, comes into the slot for a shot from the edge of the far circle, and they score! Oh my goodness, we are tied at 2. Cardinals taking advantage of a loose puck out in front, and I believe it's the number 4, Connor Donahue, that will get credit for the goal. They also might give it to Mike Barrett, as it was shot out of traffic from the far edge of the crease, and it beats McGrath right before the whistle was about to blow, and we are all even Steven at 2 goals apiece. All of this with 2:20 remaining in regulation time. So Bishop Girton has tied the game. So after the Lancers scored 2 goals in the first period, we played a scoreless second frame, and then the Cardinals have scored 2 of their own here in the third period and tied this game at 2. They give the goal to Mike Barrett, so it was indeed Barrett on the Bishop Girton tally to tie the game. The assist goes to Tim Trudell. And that's the second assist of the game for Trudell. He also assisted on the Bishop Girton first goal by Justin Pearson back in the early stage of this game. Now a hard hit along the inboards is going to bring about a penalty. It's going to be an elbowing call with 1:34 remaining in regulation, and it looks like it's going to be against the Cardinals. We'll wait and see here. Lucas Poulin having words with the referee in that near side face-off circle. Couple of Cardinals players talking with the other official now. And it is indeed a Bishop Girton penalty. It's going to be Max McCabe headed to the box for the Cardinals for elbowing. And so with 1:34 remaining in regulation, the Lancers are headed to the power play for the rest of this game. Regulation time anyway. As Max McCabe goes to the box for an elbowing call. We're all tied at 2. Lancers are going to try to pot one here and send this Wednesday night crowd home happy as they go to the power play. 1:23 remaining in regulation. Cardinals cleared it out right away, however. Londonderry will have to regroup. It is Evangelista now, working it up over the red line. He's got Cooper Roy wide open on the near side. Instead, he holds it himself. Evangelista now down in the near corner. Gives it out to Coburn, near point. Coburn holding and looking. He waits. Fires one deflected off a skate of John Crappian on the way to the net. Didn't make it all the way there. Instead, it went wide. Coburn picks it up top of the far circle. Feeds it in front. Harper was there. He couldn't get the shot away. And then the Cardinals were able to clear the zone as it was Dallaker getting out to neutral ice for Bishop Girton. Under a minute remaining in regulation. We're tied at 2 here as the Lancers experience a late power play. Mark Leach now at the far point, moves in along the half wall, gives it to Coburn. Coburn now up that far side half wall, top of the far circle, into the slot, tried a shot. That was blocked by the stick of Crappian once again, and then the Cardinals clear it out. Evangelista circles back behind his own net. Up the near side, he finds Cooper Roy. 18 seconds remaining in regulation time as they look for it at the red line. Cardinals, Pearson is going to get a stick on it, move it down into the Lancers end. Long shot from near the blue line is gloved and held by McGrath, and then some rough stuff after that save as a Cardinals player went down on the near edge of the crease. And it looks like we are headed for overtime here. 2.9 seconds remaining on the clock as we find ourselves all knotted up in a 2-2 count. And the referee is going to come over to have a discussion with the timekeeper's box. Tom Coburn, the timekeeper here tonight. As they will get something sorted out. There is 28 seconds left up on the board in the penalty against McCabe. So the Lancers are going to have 25 seconds of carryover power play time to start the overtime. That, of course, unless the goal is scored in 2.9 seconds. Face-off is going to come down in the Lancers' end as McGrath made the save to halt play a moment ago. Well, it's a very exciting affair here on Senior Night, Wednesday, February 26th. Lancers and the Bishop Girton Cardinals. Now they're going to put more time on the clock. 8 seconds exactly is what they put. So the near side draw is controlled. Well, it's set in skates, and now the Lancers take control. Mark Leach is going to feed it up the near side and clear it out to the red line where he hits Mike Donlin, his own teammate, as time expires. So through 3 periods of regulation, we are tied at 2 between Londonderry and Bishop Girton. So we will head for the 8-minute overtime session now as the two teams will have a minute to take a breather and discuss some things at their respective benches. Since they added some time on the clock there at the end. That killed off a few more seconds of the Bishop Girton penalty. So it will be 20 seconds that the Lancers will have of carryover power play time to start this overtime. As they'll take a brief 3-minute pause here before we head to the overtime period. So this game has some meaning for the Lancers if they're going to keep pace with Salem and St. Thomas for playoff positioning and try to capture the regular season Division I title. St. Thomas won over the weekend when the Lancers lost to Pinkerton. That allowed the Saints to leapfrog Londonderry and take second place in the division away from the Lancers. But still, it's Salem with a couple of games in hand. They have one game at hand on Londonderry, 2 games at hand on St. Thomas for the Blue Devils that sit in that number 1 spot due to those games at hand. Right now, the Lancers have 52 points in the 3rd spot in the division. St. Thomas has 58 points, and they've played more games than anybody in the hunt for the top spot. Salem has 54 points. As we'll take a breather here. Lancers, before the night started, came into this game with a record of 13-3-0. Good for 3rd place in Division I, as we just mentioned. Meanwhile, Bishop Girton came in with a record of 7-8-2. The Cardinals are going to be trying to squeak into the playoffs. They are a potential playoff contender, I believe, down towards the middle of the division standings. So they could still see some postseason life here. So both teams with something to play for as we head into this overtime tonight. One minute 30 left in this brief intermission. Glad you could join us for Lancer Hockey on this Wednesday night. My name is Adam LaFleur, and I'll thank you for joining me for Lancer Hockey throughout the regular season, as I have thoroughly enjoyed to bring you the home ice action here of Lancer Hockey in my 3rd year as the Lancer Hockey announcer. So I hope you've enjoyed listening either on your TV with Channel 21 or online via the archived games on YouTube. Parents, friends, players, hope we've been able to add something for you to rather than just having quiet video. Now the Cardinals are done with their discussion. They take the ice for this overtime period. As once again, we have a very decent crowd on hand here tonight. The Wednesday night of school vacation week brought a lot of Lancer Hockey fans out and quite a few Bishop Girton supporters as well. So we'll see what is in store for overtime. As through regulation, the Lancers and the Bishop Girton Cardinals are tied up at 2. Londonderry scored 2 goals in period number 1 from Mark Leach and Eric Coburn. The Cardinals scored a pair in the 3rd period from Justin Pearson and Mike Barrett. And that's where we stand, all tied at 2 as we're set to go for overtime here tonight from the Ice Center. Lancers captain Eric Coburn is going to take the center ice draw against the Cardinals' Evan Dolliker. McGrath and Scanlon, the goaltenders, at the respective ends of the ice as we're underway in overtime. Cardinals win the draw. Sending it down deep into the Lancers' end is Cam Holt. But Londonderry will regroup along the end boards. Eric Coburn picks it up. Sends it dangerously in front. A pass connected with Mark Leach. And then Dolliker was all over him. You never want to pass it in front of your own net there, which Coburn just did. But thankfully the Lancers clear it out of harm's way. Now down the Cardinals' end it goes. Coburn working out of the near corner. Stripped from him by Dolliker. Cardinals send it up the far side. Finds its way out to the neutral zone. Over there looking for it is McCabe. Out of the box as the Cardinals return to full strength. We're back 5 aside. Nothing doing on the 20 seconds of carryover power play time the Lancers just experienced to start this overtime. Cardinals will bring it back out to center. Then Coburn backhands it back the other way. And Bishop Girton regroups once again. Donahue up ahead. Got some help from Dolliker. Cardinals send it all the way down to our left. Behind the Lancers net it goes. Mark Leach sends it to the near side for Evangelista. Now Moriarty over the red line, but he was double teamed, and it's Cam Holt getting it free for Bishop Girton. Now Donahue at the far side works it around his man Donlin and sends it into the near corner for Holt as the Cardinals get it out to neutral ice. But the Lancers take it away, however. It's Jason Parker working his way into the offensive zone. Not for long, however, as Mike Barrett took it away and sent it back to neutral ice. Barrett scored the second Bishop Girton goal of this game. As a nice poke check there, but the Lancers defense gets that one out of harm's way to center. Then they send it right on goal. McGrath got a piece of that one with the glove. He will decide to keep the play alive, though. And Londonderry sends it out to center. Connor Donahue in front of his own bench for the Cardinals. Feeds it up ahead to, that was Trudell, who sent it down deep into the Lancers' end. Up the near boards it comes, and Holt sends it right back to Donlin as the two number 3s were both on the play there. Lancers send it down deep in the Cardinals' end now. Holt up the near side, he finds Dolliker, but that pass was way ahead of Evan Dolliker there, and it results in an icing call against the Cardinals. 5:40 remaining in this overtime period. Londonderry Lancers and the Bishop Girton Cardinals tied at 2. Lancers trying to keep pace with both St. Thomas and Salem in the race for the regular season Division I title. They need the win and the points here tonight to do so, as St. Thomas won a game over the weekend to leapfrog the Lancers and take possession of second place in the division. And then the Salem Blue Devils have a couple of games at hand before this night even begun. Here's Lucas Poulin now working it down to the offensive end. He was taken down by a pair of Cardinals players, and then Bishop Girton's Keith Murphy is down slow to get up there, but he will do so now and regroup, pick up his stick as the Cardinals manage to clear it out. It is Donahue moving it down the far side, sending one wide of the far post. Now at the near point, Apostolix holds it in for the Cardinals. Along the end boards it goes. Colby Austin in behind his own net, sends it out to neutral ice for the Lancers. It is Coburn over there with a burst of speed down the far side, now between the face-off circles. Lancers captain shoots one on. Pad saved by Scanlon as he got the left leg pad out to deny. Coburn from fairly close in at the edge of the crease. Now John Crappian clears it around behind his own net to the near side for the Cardinals. Dolliker looking for it, unable to clear. Coburn sends it right through the slot. Nobody home for Londonderry. Then Poulin got a piece of that puck, but he shot it wide. Poulin didn't get enough mustard on that try. As it comes to the near corner, Dolliker all over it for the Cardinals. Far point now as Dolliker's clear is held in by Lucas Poulin. Then the puck comes loose right at the edge of the crease. Scanlon tried to go down and cover. He couldn't. Long shot there from the high slot by Austin. Turned aside with a pad of Scanlon. And then the Cardinals clear this one out and get a breather. Oh, my. Lancers pouring on the pressure here midway through the overtime. 3:57 left in the overtime period here tonight. Matt Moriarty in to take this draw against Justin Pearson. And it goes to the far corner. Sits in skates for a moment there as they battle for it. Two representatives from each team. It was Parker and Moriarty in there for the Lancers. Comes free in the trapezoid. Moriarty on it there. Sent to the front. High slot shot from Evangelista. Didn't make it all the way to the net. Hit a skate of Connor Donahue on the way there. Now far corner, Mike Donlin coming up with it for the Lancers. It was look out, here's Jason Parker right in the slot. Highway robbery by Scanlon. Oh, he gets the glove up to deny. Jason Parker. Oh, that is the stop of the evening for either netminder in this game. Griffin Scanlon denies Jason Parker, who fired it from the high slot. As Scanlon was down on his fanny, I believe, but he got the glove up in the air to snatch that puck out of midair and keep this overtime period going. What a save there by the Bishop Girton netminder as the Cardinals clear it out of their own zone off the draw, but the Lancers come right back in. It's Cooper Roy turning and sending one wide of the near post. Off the inboards, Keith Murphy coming away with it for Bishop Girton. Now McCabe over there for the Cardinals. Taken away from him, however. It was Harper on it there, but he couldn't settle it down for the Lancers. Back the other way now, McCabe has a tough angle shot off the back of the net as it made contact with the netting, but the wrong side of it for the Cardinals. Out comes Curtis Harper trying to work his way to the front of the net. He fell down on the job and couldn't quite connect with Coburn, as we've got a whistle now and a injury timeout, it seems, as Curtis Harper is down at the edge of the near circle for the Lancers. With 2:37 remaining in overtime here tonight, Harper will get up under his own power, make his way back to the Lancers bench without assistance, so that's good to see. As he took a heavy spill in the Pinkerton game last Saturday here at the Ice Center and had to be helped off the ice after that one. But Harper able to make his way to the bench without assistance that time. As they drop it at neutral ice, Cardinals win the draw. Connor Donahue, the senior captain of the Cardinals, feeds it up ahead to Pearson. He shoots one on just inside the blue line. That one is gloved out of the air by McGrath, and he will hold on for the whistle. 2:27 remaining in overtime. Lancers and the Bishop Girton Cardinals tied at 2, as the Lancers have not scored a goal since tonight's first period. They led the game 2-0 for quite a while, only to have the Cardinals score a pair of their own in the third period of tonight's action. That made it 2-2 and forced the overtime, which we now witness. Mark Leach sends this one down into the far corner for the Lancers. He'll chase after it himself in the offensive zone. Through the trapezoid now. Moriarty looking for it near corner. He gets some help from Mike Donlin there, working his way to the front and shooting right into the chest of Scanlon, who will get the stoppage there. 2:06 remaining in regulation time here tonight, or overtime, I should say, rather. As we approach the late stages of overtime, if neither team scores in the remaining 2:06, this game will end in a tie. Off the draw, Moriarty and Pearson on it there. Cardinals come away with it, sending it behind their own net now. Along the far side, Jason Parker there. His pass was just ahead of Moriarty along the end boards through the trapezoid and looking for it. A couple of Cardinal skaters in there. Can't get it free, however. Out to the near point. Long shot by Jason Parker. Right on goal. Saved by Scanlon. He'll hold on yet again. Jason Parker, who just took that shot, has been hot lately for the Lancers. 1 week ago today, he scored a pair of goals against Nashua North. Then he also netted a goal against Pinkerton last Saturday in an effort that came up short for the Lancers, but Parker found the back of the net in that one nonetheless. Now they kick Coburn out of the near side draw, send Harper in there to take it for the Lancers. Puck comes right through the slot, but no one home for the Lancers. That allowed Donahue to clear it out. Here comes Connor Donahue working it down the far side for the Cardinals. Sending one to the front. Look out. They score. It is Max McCabe winning the game for the Bishop Girton Cardinals as they score and hand the Londonderry Lancers their second loss in a row. Make that the only time that the Lancers have lost consecutive games this season, as the Cardinals spoil senior night here tonight at the Ice Center. Max McCabe does the damage with just 1:32 remaining in overtime. I believe it will be Justin Pearson that gets the assist on that Bishop Girton tally. But it's all said and done. The Cardinals are winners here tonight, 3-2. Max McCabe, the goal scorer for Bishop Girton. We'll wait for the announcement to see who with who they credit the assist. So the Lancers have their senior night spoiled by the Bishop Girton Cardinals tonight as the Cardinals steal a 3-2 overtime win. And, well, it was really all Bishop Girton in the late stages of this game. The Lancers scored both of their goals back in the first period of play, only to have Bishop Girton get a pair of their own in the third and final frame. And then it's Max McCabe ending it for the Cardinals at 6:28 of overtime. And Bishop Girton will go out winners here tonight, 3-2. And it was the final regular season game for these Bishop Girton Cardinals, so their parents and fans will go home happy. As for the Lancers, as I mentioned, this is the first time that Londonderry has dropped consecutive games this season, as they lost to Pinkerton 4-2 last Saturday. They lose to Bishop Girton here tonight in overtime. And so the Lancers, who face a very tough test on Saturday when they'll round out the regular season here against Salem, are going to have to regroup in that one, facing the top team in Division I in the Salem Blue Devils. So this school vacation week, Lancer crowd will go home unhappy tonight, but at least they saw a close one as the Lancers come up short here in their season finale. It's been great to have you with us here tonight for senior night of Lancer hockey. For our cameraman, Chris Livernoy, my name is Adam LaFleur. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Please join us on Saturday, March 1st, as the Lancers will play the Salem Blue Devils in their final